I was really surprised by the amount of support that I got on the previous kind of talking video that I uploaded, the update video a few weeks ago, in terms of the number of positive comments and actually overall views on that video, because it was just me talking and not doing any drumming. I expect that most of you are here for the drum covers and stuff like that, but it actually got slightly more views than some of my drum covers, so I was a little bit puzzled, and pleasantly so thank you guys for checking it out. But I don't consider myself a particularly eloquent person, and being in front of a camera is one of the most awkward things I have ever done in my life, which is why I keep forcing myself to do it on a semi-regular basis. Yeah, I really am not comfortable in front of a camera, honestly. There's a bunch of more informative drum video ideas that I want to create, but because I don't feel confident enough of explaining myself clearly or properly, I end up not doing them. Like, you guys wouldn't know this, but for all the more educational type videos I've been doing that have a bit of like talking elements to them, chances are I have refilmed any of those talking parts from anywhere between 5 to 10 times, because I mess up my words, I stammer on sentences, I mispronounce things or just say stuff that doesn't make sense, and it's just way too much time and effort because I'm just not really good at this kind of thing at the moment. But as I tell my students, the only way to get better at something is to keep doing it over and over again until it becomes something natural that you can just do whenever you want to. And yeah, so here's me practicing. Well, since you're here and you apparently don't really mind listening to me talk for a bit, let me share with you a little bit of an anecdotal story. When I was a kid, I was really scared of sitting on the slides in the playground. In general, I was pretty scared of the playground because I didn't like other people and there were always other kids on the playground, so I'd just stand at the side. Like, I can remember standing there with the assistant teacher, nursery person. Oh my goodness, I can't think of the correct word for that right now. But anyway, so the nice lady standing at the side just staring at the kids play and refusing to go there and do anything with any of them because I was just terrified out of my mind at the prospect of doing something that I had not done before. So eventually my parents brought me to a secluded playground somewhere, and they probably held my hand going down the slide, and eventually I warmed up to it and I was fine. I could sit on the slide on my own. And then the next hurdle was the swings. I would again stand there watching the bigger kids just go at it on the swings, and they would look like they were having such a great time, and I would just stand there or sit there and stare at them because I was too scared to do anything about it. And again, my parents brought me somewhere and put me on a swing and probably held me through it, and eventually I got the hang of it, and I figured out how to use your legs to pump the swing, and then I had such a great time, and it became my favorite thing to do at the playground, and I was sitting on swings and having a ball of a time until I think I was like 13 or 14. Yeah. And now as adults, we probably don't have people to hold our hands and guide us through those things that we're terrified about doing most of the time. So we kind of have to force ourselves into doing it. It's either that or we get stuck in this state of paralysis, just standing there watching other people do the thing and not doing the thing. And it could be anything. Like, there's some days where even practicing the drums becomes something that's just a little bit terrifying, mainly because there's always a chance of failure. Like, sitting down to practice means committing to work on something that I know I can't do. And it means admitting to myself there's this thing that I can't do, and the sound I produce is not going to be satisfying to me. And that feeling sucks. And just committing to practice for half an hour, 1 hour, 3 hours means I could potentially spend that time working on this idea, and maybe at the end of that period of time not seeing any progress at all. And that's a very realistic, possible outcome of a practice session, because that's just how it works. You don't always see immediate results and immediate gratification. it's always just easier to just, lie in bed or lie on the floor and stare at the ceiling. Because lying on the floor and staring at the ceiling has 100% success rate. Maybe 99.9 something. I could slip on the carpet or trip over a practice pad, but it's not very likely. But that's also a pretty low fulfillment rate if you just lie on the floor and stare at the ceiling. For me, that terrifying thing to do right now is just recording and uploading a video like this where I'm talking about something that could be a bit more conceptual. It'll probably be tangentially drumming related or something about my life as a drum teacher, but not necessarily playing the drums or even teaching a drumming concept per se. And to me, that's something terrifying because it's an unknown. I don't know how people are gonna respond to it. I don't know if it's even helpful to anyone, which is the main reason why I do all these things. One is to just improve myself, and the second one is to help you guys, right? Like, I just hope to be able to inspire you to do something more with whatever it is that you're interested in. For some of my drum students, that terrifying thing might be recording themselves and posting drum covers, or just going out there to jam with other musicians because that's something they've never done before, and anything new is always uncertain and scary. That's just how it is. So I don't know what situations you might be going through, but if there's anything that you really want to do and you just feel really terrified about it, all I'm trying to say with this video is that that's a totally normal thing to be feeling. So just allow yourself to feel that way for a bit and then just do the thing anyway. Unless it's actually a dangerous thing, in which case you are very right to be terrified and just run away from it and don't. Yeah, I mean, you guys know what I mean, right? In other updates, I am also doing a live stream this coming Tuesday with Miss Lu. Some of you might remember her as the guest singer on the In Christ Alone collaboration, which was earlier this year in Easter. She's actually hosting this live stream with her husband Daniel, and yes, our husbands have the same names, it's just a coincidence, but he is a great saxophonist, and they are hosting this new weekly series on Tuesday evenings, 8 p.m. Singapore time, which is GMT plus 8. I'll put the link to the video here if it's out yet. If not, I will just link to Daniel's channel where that will be hosted, and that will be something new for me, so hope to see some of you guys there. And otherwise, I will get some other drumming stuff done soon. In the meantime, if you vibe with anything that you see on my channel, then just let me know about it. I'm always glad to hear from you guys. If there's any questions about anything you'd like me to talk about, let me know in the comments. Drop me a DM on Instagram. The best thing, honestly, about uploading videos to YouTube has been how I've gotten to meet so many cool people from across the world and who are on a similar wavelength, and that is really the best part about the internet. I mean, it's got its sucky parts, but making connections is always great. So thank you guys for being around. See you in the next one. Ciao.